Hey St. Louis, welcome back to This Week in St. Louis. I'm Brice, and this weekend is a big one. It's Labor Day, and the city is packed with festivals, concerts, food events, and more. Whether you're looking to kick back with family, dance all night, or squeeze in one last summer adventure, I've got your guide. Let's get started. This Week in St. Louis is presented by Hoffmann Brothers, trusted by St. Louis families and businesses for over 40 years. Whether it's your AC, water heater, plumbing, or even EV charging, Hoffmann Brothers has you covered. Local, licensed, family owned. Book your service at hoffmanbros.com. Big thanks to them for supporting local stories like this one. Labor Day weekend in St. Louis always means food and festivals, so let's start there. Saturday morning kicks off the Tower Grove Farmers Market Harvest Festival, celebrating 20 years in the park. Expect live music, a rock climbing wall, carnival games, face painting, and of course, an absolute abundance of fresh produce. There's even a dunk tank if you've got good aim. Running all weekend, the Japanese festival returns to the Missouri Botanical Garden. This is one of St. Louis's longest running traditions. Over 40 years of tea ceremonies, cultural performances, art, food, and tours of the garden's iconic tea house. It's a beautiful way to experience Japanese culture right here at home. Saturday through Monday also brings the St. Nicholas Greek Festival right at Forest Park and Kings Highway. Authentic Greek food, live music, traditional dancing, plus a chance to tour the historic church. It's free to attend and one of those can't miss Labor Day traditions in St. Louis. If you're looking for something a little more whimsical, Balloon Fest is back at Cedar Lake Cellars on Saturday and Sunday evenings. There's food, kids' games, and craft vendors during the day. Then more than 20 hot air balloons will light up the night in a magical balloon glow. Sunday is all about food in the city. Bougie Bites is hosting the very first vegan block party. There will be a live DJ, a pop-up bar, and a full lineup of vegan vendors. Everything from lasagna bites and walnut tacos to coconut drinks and vegan sorbet. It's a community celebration that's also going to have incredible energy. Also Sunday, Steve's Hot Dogs is back with their annual hot dog eating contest. Competitors get 10 minutes to see how many dogs they can down, while spectators can grab Steve's signature creations like the Bacon Jamaican. It's free to watch and supports a great cause, Feed the People. And rounding out Sunday, the Little Bevo hosts the Munchie Market, a canna-infused foodie fest with vendors offering edible creations, music, and raffles. It's a 420 friendly event, so expect a laid-back vibe with some very creative dishes. On the art side, things get started Friday night at the St. Louis Art Museum with Slam Underground Celestial. This 18-plus age event turns the museum into a cosmic party, complete with DJs, cocktails, telescopes from the Science Center, and even a planetarium inside Sculpture Hall. Also starting Friday, the Queenie Art Fair runs all weekend at Greensfelder Rec Center. More than 120 juried artists will be showing, and everything from paintings and ceramics to jewelry and photography. It's been a St. Louis staple for 50 years and always draws an incredible mix of talent. Saturday has a couple more creative stops. Toxed and Tatted takes over golden gems and hidden gems with tattoos, piercings, Botox, hair tinsel, and local vendors. It's a quirky, edgy street fair with a lot of personality. And across the river, Comic-Con returns to the Gateway Convention Center on Saturday. You'll find comic books, toys, cosplay artists, the works, perfect for fans of all ages. Now let's talk music because this weekend is absolutely stacked. Friday night, the legendary OJs bring their farewell tour, the last stop on the Love Train, to the Factory. Original members Eddie Lever and Walter Williams will be there playing classics like Love Train and For the Love of Money. And if you're in the mood for something lighter Friday, 90s Music Bingo at 9 Mile Garden is free to play and comes with a soundtrack of everything from Nirvana to the Macarena. Saturday morning kicks off on a high note with the House Music Day Party at Upshot Coffee. 4 DJs, a guest from Nashville, and plenty of coffee and cocktails to keep the vibe going through the afternoon. From there, you can head over to the Central West End Jazz and Blues Festival on Saturday. It's free, it's outdoors, and it brings 6 hours of live music with performers like the Soul City Organ Trio and St. Boogie Brass Band. Saturday evening, the Alton Jazz and Wine Festival takes over the Liberty Bank Amphitheater. Tickets start at just $10, and you can sip wine while hearing sets from Jim Manley, Arville & Co., and the Red and Black Brass Band. Saturday night, keep rolling with 2 more options. Feelin' This and Blink 182 tribute at 9 Mile Garden, and UK rockers The Darkness bring their high energy show to the pageant. Sunday morning slows things down with the Fuddle Duddle Huddle at Old Bakery Beer Company in Alton. Brunch specials, espresso drinks, vintage shopping, record spinning. It's a cozy way to start the day. And Sunday night, KC95 closes out the weekend with a celebration day, a rock and roll fantasy at St. Louis Music Park, a Zeppelin tribute. Plus, nods to Tom Petty and Supertramp. Basically, a classic rock dream show. Sports fans, Labor Day weekend delivers. The Gateway Cup runs Friday through Monday, bringing professional and amateur cycling races through 4 St. Louis neighborhoods: Lafayette Square, Francis Park, The Hill, and Florissant. Even if you're not a cycling fan, it's an incredible spectacle with bikes flying by every few minutes. Saturday, it's all about soccer. City SC takes on Houston Dynamo at home, and the Lewickin Street Party kicks off at Schlafly Tap Room in the afternoon. Food trucks, beer tents, merch, music, and of course, the supporters march into the stadium. Even if you don't have a ticket, the street party itself is a blast. And finally, Monday brings baseball back to Busch Stadium with the Cardinals taking on the Oakland Athletics at 1:15. Nothing says Labor Day like a ball game downtown. Now it's time for our Flavors of the Lou, driven by Bomarito Automotive. This week's spotlight is farmers markets. From riverfront mornings to suburban staples, these farmers markets bring fresh flavor and community vibes. First up, Webster Grove's Farmers Market, a cozy Sunday morning favorite in Gazebo Park, offering produce, baked goods, local eats, and live music. Next up, Lake St. Louis Farmers and Artists Market, the state's largest producer-only market, with everything from fresh produce and meats to baked goods, flowers, and handmade crafts. Alton Farmers and Artisans Market, a Saturday morning riverfront favorite, mixing produce, baked goods, artisan items, and live music with the Mississippi River backdrop. Grab your tote bag and check our Instagram for the full farmers market roundup. And we have a new spot for you to check out this weekend. Asador del Sur in Maplewood is serving up South American staples from a husband and wife duo. From empanadas to sweet bread, their menu is full of family recipes you need to check out. They also have delicious cocktails and specialty Uruguayan wine. So that's your Labor Day weekend in St. Louis. Whether you're checking out the Japanese festival, dancing at the House Music Day party, cheering on City SC, or grabbing some good food at a festival, there's no shortage of ways to spend the long weekend. And if you make it out to any of these events, tag us on Instagram at STL Bucket List. We love seeing your adventures. Thanks as always to our friends at Hoffmann Brothers for making the show possible. And don't forget, new episodes drop every Thursday, so hit subscribe and join me again next week for more ways to explore the city. I'm Brice, and this has been This Week in St. Louis. Have a great Labor Day, and I'll see you out there.